So then who is Al-Kareem? Allah Azza wa Jal. Who is Al-Kareem? One of our scholars said, Al-Kareem, meaning Allah, is the one who gives without asking anything in return. And the one who gives without any reason to give. And the one who gives without even being asked to give. He is the one who gives to all. And he does not concern himself with the state of the giver. He doesn't concern whether the giver is righteous, whether the one being given, whether the one being given is righteous or not, or even Muslim or kafir. So Al-Kareem is the one who gives everything to everyone without measure, without question, and he continues to give. This is the Al-Kareem. And therefore, the Kareem as well, our scholars say, is the one who accepts something back in return from what he himself has given. And he praises the giver of that gift, even though he's the one who gave the gift in the first place. What do I mean by this? One of our scholars and the Sufi saints, one of the classical Sufi saints by the name of Al-Junaid, one of the famous people of the past. Al-Junaid once heard a Qari recite in the Quran that Ayyub, that the Prophet Ayyub, Inna wajadnahu sabira, ni'mal abdu, innahu awwab. Ayyub, Allah says, we found Ayyub to be patient. Ni'mal abd. What a noble servant was Ayyub. And he was one who returned to Allah always. And Junaid began to cry when he heard this verse. Junaid began to cry. When they asked him, why are you crying? He said, are you not amazed? Allah from His bounty gave Ayyub the patience to bear the problems. And when he was patient, Allah accepted that patience from Ayyub and then praised him for it by saying, Ni'mal abd. So the one who gave him the patience accepted it back and then praised him by saying, Ni'mal abd. How Kareem is the one who gives you the gift that you're going to give back to him. And then he accepts it from you and then praises you for the very gift he gave you that you give back to him. So this is Al-Kareem. Because anything we give to Allah, where did we get it from? We're not giving to Allah, it is His. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Yet when we give, what does Al-Kareem do? He thanks us and He praises us for whatever little that we can give. And so Al-Kareem therefore is one of the names of Allah Azza wa Jal that indicates generosity. As well, by the way, Al-Kareem has a secondary meaning, and that is of magnificence. Why? Because for the Arabs, and this is in our nature, all human beings, but the Arabs prided themselves especially that the one who was generous was the most noble. The one who was generous was the greatest of any society. So even though the word Al-Kareem literally means the generous, it also means the respected and the noble. Because generosity was the most respected trait amongst the Arabs. So when anybody was generous, not only was he called generous, the term Al-Kareem then also meant the noble, the dignified, the one of respect, the one of majesty. And this makes us understand why Allah calls His Arsh Kareem. Because the Arsh doesn't give, but the Arsh is majestic. The Arsh does not give. So the karam of the Arsh is not in generosity. The karam of the Arsh is majesty. Rabbul Arsh al-Kareemi, here, when the Arsh, the throne, is being described as Kareem, then this means the Arsh is the most majestic of all of Allah's creations. As well, the Quran is described as Kareem. وَإِنَّهُ لَكِتَابٌ كَرِيمٌ. It is a Kareem book. So the Quran is Kareem because it gives you everything. Your hidayah, your spiritual sustenance, your purpose of life. It gives you iman, it gives you everything that you need. And of course it is a magnificent book as well. So the Quran is Kareem. And Allah's Arsh is also Kareem.